My most marvelous apprentice. It's good to see you've made it safely to Alderaan. It really is a wonderful world. So rich in history. It's a shame you won't have time to visit at the libraries.
I'll have to make time.
I won't dissuade you, but keep your priorities straight. The artifact is key. Alderaan is a planet in the throes of civil strife. A usurper sits on the throne and all of Alderaan's nobles make war. Your artifact was discovered by the Jedi Order years ago, and given to one of Alderaan's noble houses. I don't know which one.
I guess I'd better start asking then.
House Thul is allied with the Empire. Their young leader, Alana Thul, is eager to help you. Go to House Thul and speak with her. Hopefully with her aid, you can reclaim the missing artifact.
My lady, this must be the Sith we've been expecting. I can feel his power.
Welcome, Sith. I'm sorry for the chaos. Alderaan is on the brink of civil war, but House Thul owes the Empire so much.
The Empire isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Every government has its flaws. If not for the Empire, House Thul, I would not be on Alderaan today. But our history can hardly be of interest to you. Darth Zash mentioned you're after a certain artifact. Am I correct?
That's my little secret.
Fair enough, but from what little I know, I may be able to help you. Allow me to introduce Ertelmorin. He's my personal Sith guard. He did some preliminary investigation after Darth Zash called.
It is an honor. I've heard many things about Lord Zash's apprentice. I began my research on a Hunch House Organa close to ties with the Jedi. We captured and chatted with a Chamberlain of House Organa.
He confirmed that Organa holds the artifact, and that it is kept in their private vault in the Elysium.
How dare you torture someone without me?
Apologies. I will be sure to bring you in on the fun next time.
Unfortunately, the Elysium is sealed tight, and the key is held by Nomar Organa, a powerful, revered, and insufferable Jedi Master. You are the only Sith on Alderaan who even stands a chance of defeating Nomar. We must bring him here.
Nomar Organa has a reputation for strength and power, but above all, for his principles. He is, by all accounts, the perfect Jedi. But everyone has weaknesses. Isn't that right?
Everyone has weaknesses, but especially Jedi.
I suggest you start in the library of House Alder. They are devoted keepers of Alderaan's history. Personal connections, I think, would be most useful. Siblings he was particularly close to, childhood friends. But be careful. House Alde is a close ally of Organa. They're likely to attack anyone from Thul on sight.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sith.
I thank you all for gathering here. Friends, family, everyone. As you know, this is the day that Rahana and I were to announce our intentions to be married.
No. What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Rahana, but there's been a change.
You coward!
I have a responsibility to the Jedi Order. I have decided to continue with my training in the Force, off-world.
It's your family, isn't it? They talked you out of this.
Damn Organas think you're too good for us, for my daughter? You'd better be sorry. You will be sorry.
Keep me apprised of the situation, Ertel. We may need to take action. Ah, Sith. Sorry to keep you waiting. I hope your search in House Alde was fruitful. I've been anxiously dreaming up scandals we could catch the spotless Nomar Organa in.
Not really a scandal, but he was engaged once.
Engaged? Interesting. Jedi aren't usually the marrying kind. Let me see. Engagement announcement, Nomar and Rihanna. My goodness, this is juicy. Must have been somewhere between 20, 30 years ago. Long before I was born, but I remember hearing my nurses talking about it. The sister to the Lord of House Rist was engaged to a prominent noble against the wishes of both their families. The coward broke it off.
And here I thought Jedi were supposed to keep their promises.
I don't know about that. But the timing of this holo recording is right, as is the name, Rahana. Rist is a house of highly trained assassins, and Lady Rist is no exception. But she is perhaps most noted for her stubborn refusal to marry, and for the humiliations she pours on those who ask.
She sounds like loads of fun.
And more importantly, like she's still in love with Nomar Organa. And if she is still in love with Nomar, then you may be able to convince her to lure Nomar to Alderaan.
If arguments fail, I have other ways.
Whatever method you prefer, though I hope it doesn't come to that. But be wary. To reach Rahana Rist, you'll have to contend with the deadliest assassins on Alderaan. Good luck, Sith.
I hope your search is going well, my lord.
Congratulations, Sith. You've broken into my home, butchered my assassins, and forced your way into my personal chambers. Can I at least offer you a drink before you start making demands?
A drink would be nice.
Excellent. People have so little time for hospitality these days. So tell me, what does the bright-eyed young daughter of Thule want from Rahana Rist?
I believe this has your name on it.
Well, well. Let me guess. You dug this holo out of some dusty archive in House Alda. Let's just say that his Royal Jedi-ness Nomar Organa and I are ancient history, and leave that dead dog buried.
There must have been some good times.
I don't know what you expect me to say. Nomar Organa and I were in love. I'm sure he'd write it off as misguided youthfulness, but it's true. We were going to get married, in spite of our family's disapproval, and then he got cold feet. That's all.
Why have you never married?
Huh. You think I'm pining for Nomar Organa? Is that it?
Isn't that the reason?
Anyway, what does it matter if I still love him? He certainly doesn't care one whit about me.
He cares more than you think.
I don't know. It's been so long. 23 years. Fine. I'll call him, and I'll ask him to meet me here. But I'm going with you, for my own safety. I don't quite trust you.
Then get on with it, will you?
Let me bring him up.
Rahana, what a surprise.
I know, it must be. Nomar, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Go ahead. Anything I can do. Anything at all.
Not like this. It's a favor I need, here on Alderaan. I was hoping we could meet.
Of course. I can be there in a few hours. The old place?
Yes, the old place. Thank you. Do you really think he'll come?
I'm sure he will.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Anyway, he's agreed to meet me in our old hiding spot in one of Alderaan's underground tunnels. Here are the coordinates. Unfortunately, the native sentient insect species, the Killiks, have moved into the tunnels lately. I'll have to meet you there.
Ah, bugs. My favorite.
Yes. At least you aren't squeamish. I'll be using the shadows as cover, but you and that surly fellow will probably have to fight. I'll meet you down there shortly. Nomar, I'm surprised you came.
Despite what you must think of me, Rahana, I try to be a man of my word. Now, you said you wanted a favor. What can I do for you?
You can marry her, like you promised.
What's this Sith doing here? Rahana, you tricked me!
No, Nomar, I didn't trick you. I called you here because we need to talk.
Then answer my question. What is this Sith doing here?
I just want to see you and Rahana happy.
You want to see us happy? I should strike you down where you stand.
No, Nomar, don't. If it hadn't been for the Sith, I would never have had the courage to call you.
Listen, Rahana, you've been deceived. The dark side leeches off of the light like a foul disease. It's time someone cut this cancer out.
Nomar, will you stop being a Jedi and listen to me just once?
Hear what she has to say.
I love you, Nomar. I've never stopped. And I've spent the last 23 years waiting for you to get some sense into that thick skull of yours.
Rahana, I don't know what you're talking about.
She loves you, idiot.
Stay out of this, Sith.
No, Nomar. He's right. We got engaged against everyone's wishes, and you ended it. And what's worse, I still love you.
Rahana, I don't know what you expect me to say. I'm a Jedi.
Tell her you love her.
Neither of you realize what it would mean. There is no room for passion in the light side, in the life of a Jedi.
Maybe you need to stop being a Jedi.
Stop being a Jedi? I couldn't.
Do you love her or don't you?
Love her? I haven't seen her in 20... But what am I saying? I don't know. Maybe I was foolish to think we could ever forget. I'm so sorry, Rahana.
Shh. Just promise you won't leave me again.
I want to. I can't make that promise. Not yet. Let's see how the Jedi Order reacts.
Can I expect an invitation to the momentous event?
I think maybe we'll take this one step at a time. Right, Nomar?
I don't really understand it. Why you helped us like this. I feel like I should thank you, repay you in some way. It's not much, but this key belongs to my family's vault in the Elysium. I understand there's something a Sith would value there. I vowed to protect it from the Sith. But you're like no Sith I've ever met. And as I am no longer a Jedi, I am released from my vow.
Your happiness is all the thanks I need, but I won't refuse.
Now, if you'll excuse us, we have 20 years of catching up to do.
Jedi and nobility are two kinds of folks I just don't understand.
Sith, so sorry to interrupt. I hope your meeting with Lady Rist went well.
Just get to the point.
Like I said, I'm very sorry to trouble you, but we have a problem on our hands, and you may be the only one who can solve it.
If I had 50 credits for every time someone said that.
I have intelligence that Organa is preparing a reprisal for your raid on House Alder. According to our spy, Organa has assembled a contingent of Jedi to attack House Thule. I sent Ertl and his Sith to investigate, but they haven't returned.
You should have asked me first.
I didn't want to impose. I had no idea Organa's Jedi was so powerful. Please, all I ask is that you locate and take out Organa's Jedi contingent within House Organa before they have a chance to strike. And if you could find out what happened to Ertl and the other Sith, I would appreciate that as well. But the Jedi are first priority.
There will be no survivors.
Thank you, and I assure you House Thule is a generous ally. Thule also has a vault in the Elysium, and the key will be yours, once our safety is assured. Organa will expect an attack and be heavily guarded. Please, hurry. I don't know how much time we have. Ah, Sith. We just received word from House Organa. They want a temporary truce. Apparently you were too much for them.
All in service to you, my lady.
House Thule is once more indebted to the Empire, and of course, to you personally. The Elysium is where the houses keep their dearest treasures. I'm sure you'll find something of value. Thank you again, Sith. House Thule is once more secure. I don't know what would have happened without you.
Surprised to find me here, Sith? Don't be. That was a clever trick you played back there, but there's no room for passion in a Jedi's heart. I simply indulged your game until I was better prepared to face you. You will not claim that vile artifact.
I can't believe Lady Rist hasn't killed you yet.
Rahana is a smart woman. And out of the influence of your forked tongue, she was open to reason. When you manipulate people's emotions toward your own ends, you only prove the Jedi philosophy. The Jedi are elevated by higher things than emotion, by peace and justice.
Not all emotions are bad. Try love sometime.
It is not for a Jedi to love and let his thoughts be clouded, weighted down by matter and emotion. If you will not relent, then my Padawans and I are forced to kill you.
Kemval, what is it you do again?
The darkness cannot hope to stand against the armies of the light.
Ah, apprentice. You have the artifact. Wonderful. And Lady Thule sends her thanks once more for your aid against Organa's Jedi.
I don't know that I've ever met a nicer person.
She knows who her friends are, as do you, apparently. Lady Thule is a vital ally to the Empire. By all accounts, you have a very promising future ahead of you, apprentice. Now that you've found the last of the artifacts, I hope to see you on Dromund Kaas as soon as possible. We still have much work to do.